Hello, hello, good afternoon. Let's get IG on. All right. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Okay, here we go. We live on IG, live on Facebook. How are you guys doing out there today? It is, let me straighten this light. It looks a little bleaky here, but all in all, it's a wonderful day. How is everyone? Let's get some folks up in here. And my goodness, we got a wonderful topic for you guys today. Hey, how you doing over here? All right, so we got a great topic for you today, guys. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be real quick, and this is some real simple tips that we're going to talk about today for all of you guys out there that's running your small business. And of course, we're always trying to give you tips so that you can continue to grow your business, continue to be successful, and making sure that you stay on top of your finances so you can continue to have some money in your pocket, right? This is one of the things that we really want to focus on. This is one thing we really want to focus on more so than anything else, right? The reason why we go in business in the first place is to be successful at it, right? That's the whole point. And so we are always having these sessions every single week so that you guys can make some notes. I know there's so much information and there's a lot to stay on top of, but again, these are part of the process in order to run a successful business. So what we try to do here at PROBY'S is, and tips from Elaine, that's how I always have to remember that. What we try to do here is try to simplify it for you, all right? To make it a lot easier for you to understand the process, for you to make notes, and for you to be able to operate your business successfully. So I think all in all, if you was to read all this information to yourself, a lot of times it's probably going to be a lot more complicated. But once it's being told to you, once it's being simplified, once you can just see the picture real clearly, again, it just really helps. And I get a lot of that from folks that I make it so easy for them to be able to understand the process. All right. So today we're going to talk about tips for managing your small business, guys. This is what the topic is today. And of course, what we want to make sure that we stay on top of our finances. Again, if you want to kill a business, if you want to go out of business, flat out of business, guys, is if you poor management is one of the reasons why a lot of business fail. Poor management, poor financial management is one of the main reasons why a lot of business fail. So it doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter how much money you have. If you do not know how to manage it, guys, it will not help you. Your business will go under because, of course, you run out of cash. Cash flow will be bad, and then it just messes everything up, right? So we're going to talk about tips for you to manage your small business finances and to make sure that you stay on top of your cash flow, right? So the first point today, we want to talk about how you can invest in growth. And the thing about that is, of course, you can't invest any money unless you have that money, right? So what you must do is keep track of your finances. First of all, we always talk about some simple accounting principles. How much money you make and how much money you spend. If you just start with those simple processes, guys, how much you make, how much you spend, and how much you got left. And you have to do this to know where you are, right? So if you stay on top of simple finances, you can focus on investing money in your business. You will know that you can put money back into the business for the business to continue to grow. And if you don't know what you have to reinvest in the business, of course, you wouldn't know how to do this, right? So the first point we want to talk about, invest in the growth of your company. When you invest in the growth of your company, it's easier for you to keep quality employees. It's easier for you to maintain and retain your customers and your clientele. So because, they will like what they're getting, they will like the service, they will like, how the business is operating. So all this is the reason why you have to reinvest in your company. And in order to do this, of course, you have to know what kind of money you have to invest. You have to know what kind of cash flow you have available. Again, this is where the accounting comes in. This is where the accounting comes in. Hey, you guys, I'm here at IG. How you guys doing? Thanks for jumping in here. All right. So first of all, you want to, after you do your accounting and know what kind of cash flow you have, you want to invest in any operational systems that you need to have within your company. You'll have money to invest in that. You want to spend the money wisely. only spend money on things that are absolutely necessary, right? Absolutely necessary for you to be able to operate the business. So this is one thing, is that you may want to spend money on some, say, some equipment, but first of all, you have to find out whether or not it's going to produce what you want it to produce. Is it going to, bring more revenue to the company? Do you really need it right now? You have to make these strategic plans before you spend the money, right? So you have to spend the money wisely. You are investing in the business, but it doesn't mean you just buy everything that you see and everything that you think you need to have. You have to make sure that you really need this. You have to make sure that it's really going to be beneficial for the company before you spend the money. All right. So this is investing in the growth of your company. Hey, sis, how are you doing over there? All right. So this is what you do when you want to reinvest money in your company. Again, make sure that you're spending the money on equipment and any type of services, operation system that you really need that will help the company to continue to grow. You have to make sound decisions. Again, you have to evaluate what you're spending the money on and make sound decisions. And this is what you have to do in order for you to maintain that cash flow. Okay, so it's easy for us to just spend the money because we think it's there. How many times you look in the bank and say, okay, well, there's so much money in the bank account, well, maybe I should go ahead and purchase this right now. But do you really need that item right now, right? So this is the whole idea. Do you really need the item right now? You have to evaluate, make sound decisions, be strategic about it, and make sure that whatever it is that you do is going to be beneficial for the operation of the business in order for you to generate more revenue, right? Keep quality employees and be able to make the business grow so that you can stay on top of your cash flow. This is the first point today, guys, of investing in the growth of your company. And what we talk about is the return on that investment. And what that means is whatever that item is that you're purchasing, how much is it going to benefit your business operation? That's the first point. How much is going to benefit your business operation? Is it just going to look really pretty sitting in the corner because you have this upgraded, wonderful machinery, or is it going to be beneficial for the company? So that's the key. All right. So that's what investing in your company is. Investing in the growth, and do not spend money on anything that is not absolutely necessary. That's my first point today, guys. Today, for those of you who just jumped in here, we are talking about 3 tips for managing your small business finances, how you can stay on top of it, and how you can manage it and make sure that your business stays successful. What I stated earlier is that a lot of business fail for poor financial management. This is how they go to business, poor financial management. All right, so the second point today, guys, keep good business credit. All right. Very, very important. It's just like your personal credit. You see how important it is for personal credit to be good. You guys can get a car. You can't even rent an apartment, buy a house. There's a lot of stuff you cannot do if your personal business credit is not good. Your personal credit is not good. Same with the business. So in order to keep good business credit, of course, you want to be able to pay your bills on time. Now, the only way you can do this is staying on top of your finances, right? You need to know how much money you have in, so you know how much money you can pay out. Once you stay on top of that, have some simple accounting, you can manage to pay your bills on time, and therefore your credit maintain a good credit rating with all of your vendors. One of the things you want to do also is, if you have a business credit card, guys, make sure that you pay that credit card down, right? Do not run the credit card and keep these high balances on there and just barely pay it off. You want to be great at paying down your bills. You want to be great at paying on your business credit card. What it does, it builds your business credit, and therefore it allows you. Now, this is really great. I love this part. When you have great business credit, right, it allows you to be able to take advantage of paying, let's say, a vendor over time. You might purchase, for those of you who are in the product business, you may have a vendor that you order thousands of goods from, right? A lot of times these vendors allow you to pay that bill off in 15 days, or maybe they have 20 days or a 30-day, what they call a net 15, net 20, or net 30, meaning that you could pay that bill in 15 or 20 days. That's an excellent way to stay on top of your cash flow and manage your finance, because you do not have to pay that money right now. So what that allows you to be able to do is, if it's a product that you're purchasing to resell, you can sell that product first, make that money off the product before you have to pay out any cash on it, and then pay for it. When you have great credit, this is what happens. So it allows you to get the product in, sell that product, make that extra money, and then pay that bill off. Now, what better than credit than that you would like to have? And this way, your cash flow remain very, very, very good, and you can stay on top of things, and it just really build a business even faster because your cash flow is excellent, your credit is excellent. This is great. This is great, guys. Very important, very important. All right, because the more cash that we can maintain in the bank account, the better off the credit rating will be with the bank and any lending institution. The better your interest rate is, right? You don't want to get loans that are high interest rate loans. That's the other thing, because if the business credit is bad and you need to get a loan or any type of line of credit, of course, it's going to cost you. The interest rate is going to be so high, it's going to cost you. So you will not be using your finances wisely because you're spending it on high interest, just on the necessary expenses going out. That's so important, so important. It seems a little bit complex, but this is the cost of doing business is to understand these simple concepts, right? So keep good business credit, just like your own personal credit. Again, it will help your operation. It will help you to keep cash in the bank. It will help you to make money off the other people's product before you have to pay them. You make that money and then you pay them. That is so excellent, I think. And so you want to pay all your bills on time and pay off your business credit cards, as often as possible. So that's my second point. Keep good business credit. And the third point today, guys, is taxes. We always got to bring that in. We got to bring taxes in all the time because it is the key. You cannot make any money and without focusing on what is the tax effect, how much taxes I'm going to have to pay out. So one of the things we want to talk about, estimated tax payments. What happens is, because if you will make a profit, which is what we're here for, right? We are in business to make a profit. So if we make a profit, we may have to pay some taxes. We try to save as much as we can, but then whatever it is we have to pay, right? What we want to do is make estimated tax payments because you will pay every quarter, send some money in, right? And if your tax payment every quarter is too much, guess what? Pay it every month. Put it on a list like any other bill that you have to pay monthly and pay a little bit every month. Now, nobody wants to get off of that big check all at once, at the end of the year. Nobody wants to write that big check, right? And not only that, if you take so long to pay it at the end of the year, not only are you writing a big check, you're paying interest, you're paying unnecessary penalties, you're wasting money. You are wasting money. So what is that going to do? That means you're not on top of your business finance, right? Because you're paying out money unnecessary. So estimated tax payment is very important, and we are going to have to make them because we are in business to make a profit. We're in business to make money, so we're going to pay some taxes, a little as possible. However, if you pay it as you go along every quarter, if you pay it every single month, so it's a little bit at a time, you're managing your cash flow even better because you keep some of that money for you to reinvest in the business. That's all we're doing here, right? We're rolling over that money and keeping the cash flow. And so at the end of the year, when it's time to pay those taxes, you would have had them all paid in. And for the most part, no extra interest, no extra penalty, it will cost you. So that is excellent business finance management. All right. So how you guys doing over here? All right. If it's jumping on over here on IG. So thanks for joining in. So guys, today, once again, the 3 tips for managing your small business finances. And I always have to emphasize this when we talk about business. I have to emphasize this, guys. If you are self-employed, okay, you are an independent contractor, you are running your business. You are in business. This is what it is. So you have to have that mindset. You have to have that business mindset. Everything here applies to you. And in order for your business to grow, these tips are very, very, very important. So today, the 3 tips in managing your business finance, which, again, I can't emphasize this enough. If there's not enough cash flow, the business suffers. And sometimes you're out of business, right? First point, invest in the growth of your business. Focus on the return on the investment, meaning just buy equipment, buy things for the business that is absolutely necessary for you to operate, and that the return on that investment, if you want to invest in, let's say, a vehicle for the business, see how it's going to benefit the business. What's the return on that investment? It's going to make us make more money. It's going to make things easier. It's going to make delivery easier. It's going to make whatever it is, the return on the investment that you make has to be great. It has to be worth it, or else don't do it, right? Don't do it. Stay on top of the money. Don't do it. All right. So invest in the growth of the business. Focus on the return on the investment, right? Make sure that it's worth it. In order to do this, you must stay on top of your finances. What money comes in, what money goes out, what money you have left to invest, right? Point number one. Number two, keep good business credit. Just like your personal credit needs to be good, your business credit needs to be good. And what that does, it allows you to pay lower interest rate. If you want to get a business loan, lower interest rate. Right? It allows you to get term payment with your vendors. And again, this is my most favorite one, because you can buy merchandise, sell it all off first, take the money that you make, because now you'd have made money on that money, and then pay the bill, right? Pay the bill. So I really love that one. Okay. Let me get back here on IG. So yeah, so return on investment. So keep good business credit. Again, it allows you to get loans at lower interest rates. You save a lot of money there, and it helps your cash flow tremendously, and you continue to operate efficiently, right? Now the third point today, estimated tax payments. Again, we're in business to make money, and if you are making money, there's some taxes that you're going to have to pay. You want to make those tax payments quarterly, but if it's still too much, make them on a monthly basis, so you pay a little bit at a time. In the meantime, you keep enough cash flow in the bank to keep the operation going efficiently, right? And so at the end of the year, you don't have that much to pay. There's no late payment. There is no penalties. There is no interest. There's none of that. You keep that extra cash in your pocket in order for your business to be successful. Okay, so that is my 3 tips today in terms of managing your small business finances. And you guys, you have to do this. You have to do this, or you'll be out of business. You cannot just take the money and just spend it and not knowing where it's going, not knowing if it's really beneficial to the company. And at the end of the day, you find out that there is no money left. So that's not what you want to do. All right. So there you have it, guys. This is my 3 tips today. And hey, Lorna, thank you for jumping in here. Those are my 3 tips today, guys. Again, what we're doing here is we're constantly giving you information for you to be successful. Your success is our business. This is free information for you to be successful. You can read this stuff up, but it gets very complicated. I try to make it really simple. If you guys make some notes here, it will be easy, and you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised at yourself and be like, hey, I didn't know it was that easy, right? Okay, so that's it for me today, guys. We'll be back on Thursday with some personal business some personal finance stuff this Thursday, and then we'll be off for the holidays next week. And we'll be back at the top of the year with some great plans. You guys is going to be very, very excited, because we're going to make sure that all your business is doing well. We're going to give you the key to make sure that that happens, okay? So with that said, guys, I am up out of here. Hey, how are you doing over here? Thanks for joining us today. All right. So with that said, guys, I'm up out of here. You guys have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday afternoon, and you guys take care of each other and take care of yourself. All right. So I'll see y'all back on Thursday. Bye-bye.